What's up, my central unit? It's the Central Man here, so back again with another classic WWE pay-per-view review. This time I'm going to review Backlash 2009. This show was at the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island on the 26th of April 2009. This is the first pay-per-view after WrestleMania 25. And also, this is the final Backlash pay-per-view of the first brand split until they decided to bring the Backlash pay-per-view back in 2016 in the second brand exclusive period of right now. The attendance for the show was 8,357 and the pay-per-view buy rate is 182,000. The commentators for this show is good old JR Jim Ross, Jerry the King Lawler, and Michael Cole. So, quick result in the dark match, we have Kofi Kingston defeating Dolph Ziggler. The first match to kick off the main show, we've got the ECW Championship match between the All-American Jack Swagger, right now it's Jake Hager, his real name, in AEW, taking on Captain Charisma Christian. I think this is Christian's first one-on-one solo pay-per-view, solo one-on-one pay-per-view match for almost, well, really 4 years now, because Christian, Christian left the WWE in 2005. That was the end of his first run with the company. He spent 3 years in TNA. He came back to the company in the early parts of 2009, competing in the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 25. And, Swagger won the belt. Remember, he won the belt. I think he beat Matt Hardy for the title. I think it was at the Rumble. So this is Swagger's, really his first championship in WWE before winning the world title in 2010, the following year, and winning the United States title. Basically his last championship in WWE in 2012. So basically, anyway, he beat him. Yeah, he beat him out. Oh no, he beat him. Yeah, the first, the 12th of January edition of ECW. I thought it was the Rumble, but it wasn't. So anyway, this match at Backlash between Swagger and Christian was a good match. It was for the bulk of the match. You had basically Swagger was working on the ribs of Christian, like on the Go Home show of ECW. Basically, Swagger, I think he powerbombed Christian through a table. That's the reason why he's working on the ribs of Christian. He's locking him in the bear hug, doing a lot of slams. The Donable stretch. He did I think he did the Swagger bomb. His version of the Vader bomb. In the end, both Christian and Swagger was going to expose the turnbuckle post. Swagger trying to remove the padding of the turnbuckle, but the referee caught him out. But at the same time, Christian was removing the other turnbuckle padding on the other side. Swagger was about to charge at Christian, but he kind of collided into the exposed turnbuckle. Christian execute the kill switch to win this match and become the new ECW champion, his first ECW champion title. That really, I don't think Christian will win the world title in 2011 if he didn't win the ECW title on this show. This is planting the seeds of winning the world title 2 years later. Anyway, I think this was Christian's first title, for really any title in WWE, for almost years now. I think his last title was the Intercontinental Championship match, the IC title. Sorry, man, brain freeze. But anyway, because before winning the world title and the ECW title, the only titles Christian won in his whole career in WWE was he's a multiple-time tag team champion, with Edge and different partners, former hardcore champion, former lightweight champion, and the European title. So winning a major title, the IC title was his first major championship in WWE. Winning, I don't really count the ECW as a world championship, but it was, it's sort of. But winning it was good, because at this time ECW was basically like on its deathbed because the fiasco in 2006. But Christian as ECW champion made the third brand as relevant. And yeah, like, you know, this is 2009 was really the last full year of ECW. ECW as the last brand before, before they disbanded in 2010. So anyway, it was a good, it was a good match. And then afterwards, you had Edge and Christian collided. Edge was not pleased because Christian is the champion. Edge is not, because he sort of, Christian called him a, was it a raven lunatic psychopath? And then Edge says Cena made me I used to be fun, but Cena made me that was it raven was it raven lunatic psychopath. This has been up to the Cena Edge match on this show. We'll get to that later on. So it's good cross pass between Edge and Christian, because they haven't met, they haven't meet eye to eye on WWE program for years. So anyways, so the second match of the night, that is Chris Jericho versus Ricky Steamboat. Because Jericho was in a feud with really the legends, with Steamboat, Snooker, and Piper. They had the handicap match at WrestleMania 25. You had Ric Flair as the manager. Basically Jericho's in a beef with the legends. And this is the announcer says this is Steamboat's first pay-per-view match, really first wrestling match one-on-one for almost 15 years. I think it was the first since Steve Austin. This was way back in WCW. Steamboat at the age of, I think right now, I'm just going to check his age. Right now he's 67. So he was about 50, but in his 50s at the time. The dude performed really good. He wasn't past his prime, but he was still good. He still delivered. The fans were chanting, you still got it, you still got it, did some holes, the chops, like one more of the match, you had Jericho trying to lock in the walls of Jericho onto Steamboat, but Steamboat kind of countered into a roll-up, hit the crossbody onto Jericho, but Jericho, Jericho countered into a cold breaker, but Steamboat's foot was on the ropes. In the end, Jericho locked in the walls of Jericho for the second time on Steamboat, finally managed to apply the hold on Steamboat, but Steamboat submitted it. Jericho won this match. And afterwards, Steamboat was given a standard ovation for the crowd attendance, because he tried his best. Man, I wish Steamboat got the win, because if Jericho lost this match on this show, it won't really hurt him in the long run, because Jericho, after that, he was in the IC title picture with Rey Mysterio. He was in the tag team title picture with Edge, and also Big Show in the rest of 2009 going into 2010. So if he lost to Steamboat, it's not going to hurt him. Anyway, so moving on to the next match, really match number 3 on Backlash 09. We got CM Punk versus Kane. At the time, CM Punk won the Money in the Bank ladder match at WrestleMania 25. I think he's the first and only wrestler to win the Money in the Bank 2 years in a row. This match was boring, to be honest. It was shit, man. To be honest, the reason why it's shit, I think it's just it's a typical, sometimes big and small man matches in wrestling. Sometimes it could be a hit, and mostly times there could be a miss. But this is a miss, man. It was okay of a match, but yeah, it was shit, but it was okay for what it is. But the problem is there's no build, because I think it's just a match added into the last minute on the pay-per-view. Punk locked in the armbar on Kane, near the ropes, like grappling. In the end, Kane hit I think he hit like a 2-arm chokeslam onto Punk to win this match. So it's whatever. Anyway, moving on to the I Quit match between Matt and Jeff Hardy. This is the blow off to their feud. It started at the beginning of 2009. You had basically who's attacking Jeff Hardy, because he got hit by the pyro, set fire to his house, his dog died in the fire. Matt Hardy turned on Jeff Hardy at the Royal Rumble of 2009, costing him the WWE title. They had a match at WrestleMania 25. Matt won the first match. of the feud. Then the second match was on the SmackDown in a stretcher match that Matt won again. So Matt is 2-0 to Jeff. In this match was 19 minutes. For me, it was boring. I think the match in TNA, the I Quit match from 2016, was way better than the I Quit match from 2009. That's for me. That's for me. Boring. You're like sort of like the whole bulk of the match is basically like Matt and really Matt was locking on some like the figure four leg lock, the submissions on Jeff on his leg. I think Jeff locked in like a sleeper hold. In the end, you had Jeff kind of tied up Matt on the table. He was about to do a move he's trying to do a move off the ladder, but yeah, you had Matt pleading for Jeff, don't do this, I'm sorry, don't listen to these people, you know, they're trying to get you in trouble. He brings up like his mother passed away, their father is really very ill, and Matt says, I quit, and then the fans were cheering and booing at the same time, but mostly cheering because they wanted to see, you know, Jeff doing a move, a spot off the ladder. But yeah, Matt said I quit. Jeff was about to leave the ladder, but instead, you know, boo. The fans starting to boo, but Jeff did the leg drop onto Matt, basically put Matt through the table as the result. So that was basically the end of the feud. Matt was being in the mid-card picture for the rest of the 09. He was in the United States title picture at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view in 09. That's Matt. As for Jeff, he will be throughout the spring and summer of 2009. He will be in the world title picture, like feuding with Edge, and also CM Punk. That is really feud of 2009. Okay, and then we got one of the only worst segments. Yeah, this is the only segment on the show. We got fucking Santina Marella. You got Great Khali out there with Runjin calling out. You basically want Khali to kiss Santina. And to find out, Santina is not in a love, fancy Great Khali. Santina Marella in drag. Santina had claiming the love to JR, and at this time JR was pissed off. You can tell by his face he was super pissed off. Because I think rumors like he was not into it. That he didn't agree to that. I feel like Jerry the King Lawler and Michael Cole taking a piss out of him, and Michael Cole called him Barbecue Man. You could tell he was pissed off, man, super pissed off. You know, and then you got like Beth and Rosa came to the ring, and basically you basically have Beth insulting Khali, calling him a big dumb idiot, and also at the same time Beth basically challenged Santino for a match for the title of Miss WrestleMania because Santino won the Miss WrestleMania Battle Royal at WrestleMania 25. That's the reason of the start of this crappy feud between Santina and Beth. That's the reason Santino is portraying as a kayfabe sister Santina. It was fucking stupid. Anyway, you had basically Khali didn't really brain chop Beth Phoenix, like bumped Beth Phoenix on the head, kind of pushed her down. Santina to pin Beth to win this match and retain the Miss WrestleMania title. They set up the feud with the Guerreros, the hug pen match at Extreme Rules of 09. And this was officially the end of Gran Malera, as you know it, because Santina and Beth Phoenix teamed up in 2008 and broke up after WrestleMania 25 with the whole Santina as a woman. It's so stupid. You can tell some stuff. I'm not crapping on Santino, but some of the stuff is so cheesy and goofy as a babyface. So anyway, let's move on to the semi-main event, and because this segment is better off on better off on Raw SmackDown, not on your pay-per-view that people are spending money on it. Anyway, so it's basically filling time on the pay-per-view. Anyway, the semi-main event, we got a 6-man tag team match for the WWE Championship. We got Legacy, Orton, Cody Rhodes, and DiBiase taking on Batista, Shane McMahon, and the WWE Champion Triple H. If Triple H or any members of his team gets disqualified, counted out, pin or submit, Orton will become the champion. I think it was boring in the beginning of the match. Yeah, like it started off with like you basically have Triple H, Batista, and Shane really beat down Legacy. Yeah, Triple H chased off Orton out of the ring. He came back minutes later. In the end, it was fast paced. Basically, it kind of picked up this match. You had Cody really whacked Shane McMahon in the face with the chair. He kind of fall into the really the like timekeepers area or the front crowd area. Orton was about to, really Triple H was going for the pedigree, but he counted it. Triple H was going for the I think Orton was going for the RKO. Triple H counted into he was about to execute the pedigree, but Batista was about to hit Cody with the chair. If he does that, Triple H really snatched the chair off to Batista, and because that can really cost him the disqualification. That really give Orton the title. Orton hit Triple H with the RKO, and then he kind of punted him into the head to win this match and become the new WWE champion. But in my opinion, I think he should have won it at WrestleMania, but it's just to make his legacy looks good. But it's just that's me. It was a good match. It was slow, but it kind of picked up afterward. And this was Shane McMahon's final WWE pay-per-view appearance before, like, on May 4th edition of Raw, he injured his leg. Basically Legacy members beat down Shane to basically write him off. And the rumors like he resigned, he quit wrestling after that, focus on being a businessman, really doing adventures outside of wrestling in I think it was housing business and talent business. I don't know what business in those years between 2010 to 2015. After he left WWE in 2009, he came back in the WWE in 2016 to set up the match between him and Undertaker at WrestleMania 32, became the commissioner of SmackDown and the best in the world. Anyway, moving on to the main event. The main event, we got the World Heavyweight. We got a last man standing match for the World Heavyweight Championship. John Cena versus Edge. This has rekindled their rivalry from 2006. Really, the first one-on-one match since 2006. Unforgiven pay-per-view. In the TLC match. Yeah, this match was match of the night, to be honest. It was a bit slow, like Cena hit the AA on Edge, got up at the count of 9. He did an AA on top of the top rope. Edge hit the spear. Edge hit Cena hit the AA onto Edge. He kind of AA Edge off, really into the crowd. And one of the fan wearing a John Cena t-shirt got hurt. I think that was a plant. I don't know if it was a plant or a normal fan. They were fighting near the crowd. That was good. Getting really good. Fighting in the crowd, like the merchandise stands. They were fighting in the stage arena. Like Cena was about to AA Edge, but instead Big Show chokeslam Cena. Basically, because Cena won the belt at WrestleMania 25 in the triple threat match between Edge and Big Show. Big Show chokeslam Cena onto the onto the lights, the stage lights, and the announcer sounded like Cena's killed on pay-per-view. Cena didn't then I got up into the count of 10, so Edge won this match and became the new world champion. And this has also rekindled the rivalry between John Cena and Big Show. That led up to the match at Judgment Day, and also that shitty submission match at Extreme Rules. So, my final grade, my final rating for Backlash 2009, I'll give it I was planning to give it 6 out of 10, but I'm gonna be real honest, be fairly. I'm gonna give it 7 out of 10. I think this was a fun pay-per-view. There were not really bad matches. So yeah, the match of the night is the last man standing match between Cena and Edge. The Legacy versus Triple H, Batista and Shane was also good for what it is. And also, the ECW title match, and even Jericho and Steamboat was good. So, but at the same time, there were a lot of shit. Folks just got cut off. Anyway, so there were a lot of shit on the show. Yeah, including the whole fucking Santina Great Khali segment. That was so cringeworthy. It was just purposely designed to mock JR. There were a lot. Also like Kanan. Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy, the I Quit match was okay, but we could be a lot better. The match of the night is basically John Cena versus Edge, the last man standing match. The six-man tag team match was fun. The ECW title match from the opener was also a good match. And also, Jericho and Steamboat was also fun. So, yeah, 7 out of 10. I give Backlash 2009. So that's my review on Backlash 2009. I hope you like it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash the like button and subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. Next WWE Classic pay-per-view review. I'm gonna do one-off pay-per-views. So this pay-per-view is gonna be this summer marks the 10-year anniversary. It'll be this June. That will be Fatal 4-Way 2010. Stay tuned for that. So this is the Central Man officially signing out. Check you later.